Make the jump to light speed.
There we go, that's one. There we go, that's a party now. Resistance.
On your way.
Hey! How's it
Stop
going?
right there. Allegiance should be with the first order. Be careful, citizen.
That's absolutely right. First order.
Pull in. Right away, sir. Hold right there, please.
Yeah.
I've seen your face before.
Oh, have you?
So, you're here on a little R&R. Reconnaissance for the Resistance. We'd love to hear about your visit. Come with us, please.
Yeah, sure.
For your safety, do not approach the fugitive.
What is going on, Fracture Compass fans? I'm Mike.
And I'm Bree.
And today we're going to be discussing our experiences at Galaxy's Edge.
Black Spire Outpost. Woo!
Boom. So,
Island of Batu.
what did you think, Bree?
First impressions of the land was how immersive it is and how
Oh, yeah.
surrounding you are. You don't even know you're inside Disneyland.
Yeah, and I kept saying that as I was walking through. I was like, this does not feel like Disneyland. This does not feel like Disneyland. And you were like, okay, it doesn't feel like Disneyland. And I'm like, it's just amazing that, like,
Yeah.
how separate it feels from the rest of the park. When it comes down to, like, the bags that they give you aren't Disneyland bags. The cast members aren't, like, you know, sporting any sort of Disneyland attire except for their name badge.
Mm-hmm.
But even their tags had, like, theming of...
It was a little hard for me to read some of their names because it's like English Arabic, and I'm like,
Yeah. Uh-huh. But that's what, like, really sold it. Like,
But yeah.
nothing about this land felt like it was Disney. It was completely and utterly Star Wars. And I love that. I think that, like, if Disneyland is going to spend the money to build this state-of-the-art land, they might as well go all out and be like, okay, we're not selling Mickey Mouse products. We are not selling Disney products. It is just completely and utterly Star Wars. And it really showed. And also, like, when it comes to the land itself, like, the theming was absolutely incredible. You couldn't see anything like the castle, any other part of Disneyland you could not see. But I am curious about the fireworks, and with the fireworks going off, I'm sure you could see it.
So, the fireworks, somebody had said that the fireworks go off more towards Toontown than Batu. So they don't have to clear the land for the fireworks, and they actually showed me a picture of the fireworks going off behind Batu. So I guess in that instance, they had done their research and figured out that the fallout wouldn't be falling on Batu, but more on Toontown, which does close off.
What I'm saying is that being in the land doesn't take you out of the experience because you see fireworks.
Oh.
But then I also thought just now, in the movie, there are fireworks. When they're all celebrating at the very end of...
The Battle of Endor?
Yeah.
For Return of the Jedi?
There's fireworks going off. So I suppose that...
It's okay because it's, you know, it's fireworks, it's star stuff.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead. But, like, it was absolutely incredible, and I cannot
Sky
wait.
pizzazz.
Pizzazz.
Sky pizzazz.
Those aren't fireworks, they're just little lasers spewing
Yeah.
off into different
No.
directions.
Good times.
So, Bree, what is your favorite part about Galaxy's Edge?
So, God, it's really hard to pick one thing that was my favorite part, but let's talk about that immersion and that technology that they've put into the land. Let's talk about the data pads, because I feel like me and Arl were started getting very competitive.
You guys are getting
with
really into
with
it.
the data pads.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of a clips that we'll be running right now, showing what you do on your phone. But couple things that I did realize about the data pad. A, it's super fun, but B, it zonks your battery.
Yeah, but you guys had like 9% battery by the end of the day.
I had 1% battery, and I went, well, that's enough data padding for me. So I'm not like putting advertisement out for this, but you may want to invest in those fuel rods that Disney sells that you can just pop in and get the new ones over and over again.
Yeah.
There's none in Batu because obviously, like, it's, you know, it's Batu. There's no fuel rods on Batu.
It doesn't fit to the theme.
It doesn't fit, but you can get a fresh one right before you go into the land, and hook that into your phone because it wipes out. I mean, my phone was heated, and the fact that we were running around. getting, scanning everything and trying to put the puzzles together, trying to hack into the things. And what's really fun is Arl got in trouble by the First Order for hacking into one of the panels.
Yeah.
So
and keep in mind that the data pad that we're talking about is your phone. So you have your phone and you're going around. You have to have the Disney Play app, correct? And now what I wanted to know is, did it drain your battery because it was connected to Bluetooth? What was it?
It drained the battery because it's on constantly and your screen is bright. So
got it.
It's really just the brightness of the screen.
But you didn't have to connect to Bluetooth, did you?
You do.
Oh, you do. Okay. Well, that also
it's
could be a lot of it.
location services are on, I think. Too.
Yeah. Okay, that's a big thing. Okay, so the Bluetooth I'm not too sure about, but you do have the location services because it locates you, and that's going to be really, really important for going into the Millennium Falcon, because when you step into the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, it reads your profile on the Star Wars data pad on the Play app.
That's so crazy to me.
That's why I kept flipping as soon as we entered the building, and I think that's why Arl didn't get. But he had his on, so I don't understand. But I re-accepted the job for pilot, and then I thought it wasn't working. And so I was like, whatever. So I kind of put it away. And then when we got off the ride, I opened it up and a little message from Hondo popped up on my data pad on the phone and said, congratulations, and gave me all the credits that we had gotten from collecting the coaxium. Yeah. So I got like 10,000 credits like right off the bat.
And I think like that's just a testament to like just how well themed this land truly is. Like, not only are you stepping into like this beautifully landscaped area, you're immersed in it as well. You're given the tools to create your own character, to get your own credit. Sorry, my nose is itching, I have allergies. And so that was like, that just took it a step above from anything else we've seen. Like, you know, look at, I love the Wizarding World. I love Harry Potter at Universal Studios, but the only like truly interactive thing that you have there is the wands. You know, you can have certain areas where you can use your wand to make certain things move, and
that comes at a price.
That comes at a price. This is, it's everywhere. The data padding scans, like the little like hacking things, the translator. It's free, it's on the Disney Play app, and it's everywhere. Yeah, it's free, and I think that's what I really like about this land, is that like it makes it so much richer if you participate in the app. And speaking of Millennium Falcon, let's talk about the ride.
Let's talk about the
Smuggler's
ride.
Run.
Oh,
holy crap!
It's so good, and I love seeing you like clap and be all like excited to like drive the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I also like, so you go in, the queue is also amazing. I'm a guy that loves like themed queues. Like that's part of the experience, is like, okay, I want to like be able to be immersed while in line. So that's why I really like rides such as like Indiana Jones, for instance. It's like the queue is almost an attraction in itself.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It gets you into the mood, it immerses you, you get what's going on. And I feel Millennium Falcon queue tells a story.
It does tell a story. And so like, I would almost feel a little left out, like if I went with a fast pass. Not that they're doing fast pass, but if I just skipped all that line, it would have like kind of bummed me out. Granted, that's, you know, me going through when the line was only 45 minutes. We'll talk when it gets to 2 hours, which I'm sure it will be, if not more. But, you know, going through the line, it was amazing. I was like just absolutely mesmerized by what was going on. And then let's talk about that animatronic.
Hondo Onaka. If you guys don't know who he is, please check out the Clone Wars, especially if you're completely into Star Wars. For those of you who are completely into Star Wars, you probably already watched it. But if you don't know who he is, check him out, because you can get a whole lot more backstory on who this pirate is and who he kind of leans towards. And
I've never... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, he leans more towards Hondo Onaka because he's Hondo Onaka and he's a pirate. But in our story, and I hear that there's going to be 2 more missions added. This is not going to be the mission that's going to stay.
Oh, that's crazy. That's cool.
What?
That was what was promised when it first came out, and they said there's going to be different missions. So all they're going to be able to do, because this is brilliant, like what they did with Soaring Over California, they changed it to Soaring Over the World. It's just a screen. All they have to do is have a ride and then update
Yeah.
just upload new missions.
And
So-
that would just always keep it fresh. too.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
just let's make a new video game. Okay,
Yeah.
so where are they smuggling out now?
Exactly.
This particular time we were snuggling coaxium.
Correct.
And, so when you go, let's just go back, sorry, we're getting ahead of ourselves. When you go through the line and you go into like this big holding area and you're essentially in like the dining area of the Millennium Falcon, would you say it is?
When you finally enter the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, like that waiting area.
Yeah, so you enter that waiting area after you've gone through Hondo Onaka's basically garage.
And you're given your little like who
Yeah.
you're gonna be. So it's a party of 6.
Yeah, so you get their kind of like a flight card, what you're going to be. It's going to be obviously the pilot, the gunner, or the engineers. And what was really cool is even though they're not running Fast Pass right now, they are running single riders. So we were a party of 5 and we had a single rider join us. And it was cool. We actually all did a really good job.
Yeah.
She was really nice.
Everyone came together and was like,
Yeah,
it was
we're
cool.
gonna do this.
Yeah.
And we got those 2 coaxium, but yeah, you're holding. You go from like a one line to like all of a sudden just mingling around in kind of that holding area of the Millennium Falcon,
And
like the common area of the Millennium
We've
Falcon.
seen that in Orlando being kind of utilized, especially with the Jimmy Fallon ride.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you guys have been to Universal Studios Orlando, when you go into the Jimmy Fallon line, you're given a color. You're given like a little ticket with a color on it, and you go into this big waiting room and you just hang out, sit down, enjoy the AC, and then when they call your color, then you can go on and onto the ride.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a very inventive way to just keep people from getting super bored waiting in a single file line. Like,
Yeah.
okay, at this point, go ahead and walk around and enjoy the theming of, this Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. And then they call up your number, you go into the rest of the Millennium Falcon. Hondo says, go out there and make me some money, and then you're in that cockpit.
Yeah.
And you're good. I had a great time. I've ridden it 3 times, and every single time I'm all like, we can do better. I can do better. I can do,
Yeah. Well, I already felt that way too when I was the right pilot, so my job was to just go up and down and do light speed. And I really enjoy that, if people are kind of worried out there, like, well, what if I don't know what to do? The ride tells you what to do. They literally say, press this button, it's flashing. Press the button.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the lever, it's flashing, and so it's just your job to go up and down. You have one crucial role, and we ended up getting both coaxiums.
We did.
And I think our integrity of our hull was 45-50% by the end of it.
That's what you guys. I couldn't see that because I was in the.
Jackie, what was it?
I think it was above 50.
It was about 50%.
You and I were a good piloting team.
Yeah, and so
Our whole crew
thanks.
actually was really.
Yeah, our whole crew was amazing. But I just like that there is a scoring system. If you want to do better, it just makes you want to go back on the ride and just keep perfecting it until they add
other missions.
Yeah.
Which I know they will.
And it must be easy
'Cause
for
why-
them to quickly reprogram it.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Keep it
fresh.
keep that fresh.
Yeah. So, Millennium Falcon was fantastic. I literally clapped and I got a little teary-eyed after the ride was done, because it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
And it felt very fresh and new, and I liked it. And a lot of people were asking, is it like Star Tours? To me, personally, it was not like Star Tours at all.
No.
It was way more...
And I get
immersive.
motion sickness on Star Tours. I didn't get motion sickness on this. I think it's just you're concentrating too much on the goal.
Unless your pilots are just purposely crashing into stuff, you might get sick. But, I would hope that you don't have a couple people who are just ruining the fun for everyone and just I'm gonna crash into stuff.
And they're gonna be out there.
Oh, of course.
I hope I don't. I'm just gonna bring a bunch of people all the time.
Yeah.
And we'll have our own cockpit.
It's like 6 strangers, just 6 friends. But what I think I'm just trying to say is that our ride profile may not be as smooth as your ride profile. It just depends on how well I think you engineer and pilot and work together on the Millennium Falcon. So your experience may be very different, but we did not get sick.
No. And then depending on how much you have damaged your ship, as we walked out, did you notice things were kind of like...
Yes.
Like there's a little bit of short in the wires and stuff, and they're gonna be like, Hondo's not gonna be happy.
And you know what amazed me? It was that when you're boarding, when you're going onto the Millennium Falcon while you're waiting in line, it literally felt like the floor was hollow. When you're going into a terminal, or what is it called? The airplane?
It's like the air bridge.
When you're going on the air bridge to enter an airplane and the ground feels a little hollow because there's nothing
underneath you.
I mean, they made it feel like you were actually boarding onto the Millennium Falcon. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
Just a little
To
things.
think of that though, like I probably would never think of that.
Yeah, but we knew it right away. We were like, oh.
The second we got on that part, we're all like,
We're all weird. We're like, wait a minute. It's like we're like boarding like a real aircraft.
Yeah. I'm all like, airplane.
And then the sixth person that was in our party was like, these fucking people are weird.
No.
Oh, sorry, pardon my French.
No, we're good.
So Bree, what else did we do when we were in Galaxy's Edge?
So then we decided, and remember you only have 4 hours, so then we decided to go on Dok-Ondar's Den of Antiquities.
Yeah, that was cool.
And it was a really cool store. I think it's the coolest store that they have, and it's kind of easy to miss and then not miss at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's right across from the Millennium Falcon, and you've got this giant statue that's in front of it. And you go in there, and they've just got a lot of collector's items. That's where you're gonna get your legacy lightsabers, like Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers, or Darth Vader, Darth Maul. They even have Ventress, if you guys know who that is. They have...
You know what they had in there that really impressed me was Sarlacc. They had like a little miniature of him, and it was really cool because I've always wanted to know what the Sarlacc looked like below ground.
Yeah,
and
it's just a mouth.
Yeah, and he's nasty. Oh man, he nasty. It's he looked like, you know, like when you see like a picture of an iceberg, and you can only see like 10% of the top, and like it's like 90% on the bottom.
Yes.
That's what a Sarlacc is like.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever want to know what a Sarlacc looks like, go into that shop.
Go into the Dok-Ondar. They had a bunch of other little creatures that we're showing you right now. And then out of there, we decided to go get the, how would you say these are
Thermal detonators that are flavored?
Or are they not thermal detonators? They something else like
I think I would call these thermal detonators. They definitely aren't. Yeah, because every time we ordered one or every time we drank out of it, they're like, oh, be careful.
Oh, no. I know they're treating them like bombs. I mean, this looks
Looks like a
thermal detonator kind of.
detonator.
I'm like, what's the other bomb that we have in when you play Battlefront?
The imploder?
Yeah, the thermal imploder.
Which just face boom your subwoofer. It's gonna go through the roof.
But this is the Sprite, the Diet Coke, and the Coke. These are already drank because I'm like, I'm gonna go back a million times. I'm gonna get a million more. So I'm not really concerned about keeping them. But they're $5.50, guys. They're a little more than a regular bottle of Coke inside of Disneyland.
And you know what I really liked about this too? Was that, like, okay, you can obviously tell that this is a Coca-Cola product, but it doesn't say Coca-Cola on it, and I think that's just a testament, again, to how Disney is super committed to making sure that this is a fully immersed land. And, you know, like, just the fact that I'm drinking Coca-Cola out of a little ball of plastic, and they made it super exciting, is just a testament to, like, just how amazing Disney is.
The lady was, like, taking her picture in front of one of the TIE fighters, the specialized TIE fighters, and she's like, we're gonna put this right here. Like, really
she was
gingerly.
Like, be careful, be careful, be careful.
Yeah, and the fact you can use your data pad, and we did.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
And we put in on the communicator, you hit tools on your data pad, and you go to the translator, and we put this in, and then we're like, woo, Sprite.
Yeah, it said Sprite. We were like, let's check the integrity of this language.
Yeah.
And we typed it on the little translator, and sure enough, this said Sprite. So, boop, good job. You guys passed.
Yeah, so that was so cool.
So obviously they saw the Droid Depot, so we won't go super into detail about that, but let's just discuss it real quick.
So
we love our droids.
I didn't know I needed a droid in my life.
Yeah.
You guys. And then so Mike and I was like, let's do it. Let's do the droid. Here, let's hand that over.
We're gonna turn him on.
Is he on?
Do you want me to put him? No, we'll just leave him here.
It should be good.
And so people are probably asking, if you guys haven't seen the video, go ahead and check it out. It's the one we uploaded just before this. It was super easy to assemble, super easy to, you know, activate, and it was just a fun experience overall. You actually have a conveyor belt. Here it is. Their personality is different from the one we have.
So we'll talk about personalities later. Keep going.
Yeah, so there's like an actual conveyor belt. Hi, dude. He's all talking shit. So, talking shit over here. He's Fracture Compass famous. You have like a conveyor belt, and you can just choose pieces from the conveyor belt that you want. You don't have to make it just like this. You can mix and match. I really wanted to do a black body with the orange and black head, but they ran out of black bodies because I wanted to make mine a Halloween droid.
Yes.
So availability for certain parts is, you know, subject to change.
There's the tip right there, guys. If you are looking specifically for a color or you want to make your droid a certain way, please ask if they have that part, because you do pay your money before you go to the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
And they have all the parts, all the colors and everything they have on the wall. So you're looking at the wall and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this one and this one and this one. You pay your money, you get to conveyor belt, it's not there.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't disappointed though. Like,
No.
my droid is still fantastic.
I wasn't either. I was all like, okay, well, they don't have that, so we'll just go with something else because we're kind of easygoing.
Yeah, like,
but
whatever.
there was a couple of people that were kind of making a like, ooh, those. But if you're looking for something specific, I know it was horrible.
He's like,
Just
what do you mean you were gonna put?
I know, but
You're perfect, dude.
so,
And like,
if that's an issue, just ask
Yeah.
before you do it.
yeah.
And then you've got 3 personalities that you can choose from. Mike, which one did you get?
We got the one that sided with the rebellion.
Okay, so you have a resistance personality, and then does he just sound like R2-D2 or?
higher pitched
He's a
than
higher
ours.
pitch than this guy for sure. And he speaks a little faster.
Okay.
Like, he has a lot of things he has to tell you. And then he did, I think, he got a little panicked when stormtroopers walked by, I do believe, when we were in the land. He was
okay.
like, oh, but I don't talk droid, so I don't know if it was like, you know, that was because the stormtroopers were walking by or if it was just a happy coincidence. But he was a little like,
Nervous?
yeah, he would get all like uppity-bippity about stormtroopers walking by. And other than that, he's just chilling in our house. He talks every once in a while because we still have him on.
Okay.
My cat hates it.
Our dogs hate it too.
Nothing to do with, I just thought that was an important piece of information that you guys desperately wanted to know. My cat hates this thing. And let's talk about,
Why don't you pull out the personality chip so they can hear the difference?
This one's a scoundrel personality chip because I was like, I want to be a scoundrel. I want to be my own person. But you guys can hear him. He's lower. If I pop this open and take out his personality chip, sorry, buddy. It's like taking out his soul. So he's...
No. He's not Sam. He's not Sam without his personality.
But these are what the personality chips look like. They're just
And they were like $13, weren't they?
$13.
Super cheap, not expensive. So.
No, doesn't
There's a
matter.
first order one too, right?
And there was a first order one, which I think is a little more like. But let me stick his personality back in.
So what else did we do? We tried out some of the food. We tried the blue and the green milk. Now let me tell you something about. Oh no, we only tried the blue milk. The green
Yes.
milk was out.
The machine broke.
Let us talk about the blue milk. What?
And we have a little synopsis, so I think we can play that synopsis of what we thought about it.
That's weird. It's like, that's good. I like it. It has a really weird consistency. It's like slushy, but like thicker.
It's sweet, so I don't know if I would drink like a whole cup of this, but it's good. It's not that bad.
I have no idea how to describe that. All right, pass it to Jackie.
No.
Tell me what you think it tastes like. Fracture Compass Dad.
Oh, glasses are off.
I don't know.
But what is your afterthoughts after?
It tasted like it didn't know what it wanted to be.
I think there was a lot of flavors, and I know there was pineapple flavor and watermelon flavor, and pineapple flavor is a very
Prominent.
overpowering
Yeah, that was in it a lot.
fruit. But it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, I think what it was like a lot of it was like texture for me.
Okay.
I couldn't quite nail down the texture of this because it wasn't so much a slushy, but it was a slushy. It wasn't so much a liquid, but it was a liquid, and it wasn't so much like a thick milk, but it was. And so like I think that is what threw me off. I really want to try the green one though because a lot of people say that one tastes like a milkshake mixed with Fruity Pebbles.
It's more citrusy.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
I read the description of the green one and I was like, ooh, this sounds better. So I'm gonna try it again. I don't think that I would order it again, but That's also because these are so cute.
I know, because I want those. But a lot of people are also mixing the blue and green milk together.
See, people are just so inventive.
And
they're such wild cards. I love it.
I know. We decided not to go inside the cantina because we built the droids. And the droids, we got in line at 7:15. We did not get out of the Droid Depot until 8:33.
Yeah.
So that took up some time, and that's where I was like, there was a lot of time to do stuff, but there wasn't a lot of time to do stuff, because if you decided to do a major experience, like build the droid, you're going to be in there for an hour. There was about a 45-minute wait or so. And then for the lightsaber build, you're looking at probably like another hour or so to build the lightsaber after you wait and you go through the experience. It's 25 minutes. If you want to experience the cantina, as we went around, the cantina line was about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah.
So you really had to decide what you wanted to do, because you got those 4 hours.
It just...
For now, we decided not to go in it. It's cool. DJ Rex spins his tunes. They've got a variety of drinks in there that are already pre-mixed because they're trying to be as efficient as possible.
It just seemed to me like the reason why the cantina was so busy is for a couple reasons. First of all, it sounds very cool and I really want to go in there, and actually I'm going again this Sunday, so hopefully I'll be able to check that out. We didn't want to waste our time waiting in 2 hours, you know, because we had so much more land to explore, and so I just felt like, no, let's not do it. And third of all, it sells alcohol. And any place in Disneyland, actually this is the only place in Disneyland that serves alcohol, is going to be busy. And part of me is like, okay, well...
The only public place. Let's put that out there for those people that are going to say, but Club 33 serves alcohol too.
Right, like a place where you, like anyone can just walk in.
This is the first public place that sells alcohol inside Disney.
And I felt like that in itself is the reason why it's so packed. Like if it didn't sell alcohol, would it be as packed?
Probably not.
Probably not. So for me, it just seemed like I'm not planning on drinking. Like I'm gonna try maybe an alcoholic beverage here and there.
Like later on.
If I go and it's not like a 2 hour wait. But for me to wait just 2 hours in line just so I can go into a cantina and order an alcoholic drink, for me it was like, no, let's try that later. Doesn't mean that I'm not excited to check it out, because I've heard wonderful things about it.
Yeah.
I've heard it's a lot of fun.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
And I think that the fact that you have 45 minutes to be in there, so, you know, you get inside, people aren't gonna leave. They're not leaving for 45 minutes. They're gonna take their time, and that's totally fine, as they should. They waited their turn.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
But it just makes the line... Oh, yeah?
Night.
It just makes the line a little longer.
Yeah.
Like forever.
And so, I mean, some people, that was like the highlight. They wanted to go to the cantina more than they wanted to go on the Smugglers run, more than they want to go to Droid Depot. Everyone has their own thing. It's just the reason why we didn't showcase it in the videos, because it's not truly our thing.
Yeah, and that's just one thing out of so many things.
And they definitely did a good job with the 4 hour window. Like, they gave you just enough time to do the things you absolutely want to do, and then not enough time to do everything, so you come back. And I think that's very clever of Disney, and I think, good job. Okay, so let's talk about the food.
Alright, so the food is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
They try to make it a little different because you are on the planet of Batuu, but we had the Ronto wraps, which is just one of the quick service little things that you walk up to in front of the robot that's spinning like the giant rats.
Yeah,
that's what you're supposed to be eating.
It was delicious though. It was like a pita bread with a hot dog or like a sausage.
Like a pork sausage.
Yeah, wrapped in like a slice of pork
with coleslaw.
Who would have thought that would have been good? I was not banking on it being good.
No?
No.
You weren't?
No.
It was tasty. Don't eat it at night. It might give you heartburn. But during the day...
I was fine.
It was great.
It was delicious.
I kind of swept a little bit of my slaw out though, because I'm not really a coleslaw lover, but it was still good.
And then we got the jerky too, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a huge fan of the jerky, mainly because I felt like my teeth were going to shatter when I was like...
Was it tough?
It was just tough, and some people like their jerky like that. I like my jerky a little more tender, so that's not really so much like a diss on the flavor or the jerky itself, it's just my preference. Okay. I won't get it again, but some people like their jerky like skin, just leather.
The one Arl got was spicy.
Yeah, there's a really, if you guys get the spicy one, I mean, I'm not also good with spice, but if you get the spicy one, it's spicy.
It was spicy. It was spicy.
And then we didn't go into, what was the quick service?
We went through the marketplace, did we?
No, there was a quick service dining place that we did not go through.
That was the Docking Bay 7.
Docking Bay 7. We didn't do that.
We didn't do that. We'll do that later. The food is averagely priced about $15, $16 for an adult meal, $10
Disney.
for a kid. Like, that's normal. And you can get, sodas and things like that. Or you can get their specialty drinks. Non-alcoholic, it's just a specialty drink because it's on Batu. It's all mixed up.
Yeah, if I went to the Cantina, I would get a non-alcoholic, like, specialty because those are cool.
Last but not least, I popped into the marketplace really, really quick. The open marketplace is, I would say, like, some shops are really crowded and some shops are not, depending on what
It's
they're
like
selling.
Harry Potter
in
in the Wizarding World.
Yeah. So, when have you ever been in a Harry Potter shop that hasn't been full of people?
When we went last time, it was empty.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh
remember?
my goodness. There's still people in there.
Sometimes. I mean,
But,
yeah.
So some things in the marketplace, okay, you've got like the lizard monkeys area, which is like at the very, very end, and those run around $70 to $80. And they're puppets that sit up on your shoulder.
Yeah, those are cute.
And they're basically Flight of Pass, or the Avatar's
Banshees. They're the Banshees.
So if you guys have seen the Banshees that sit up on it, these are the lizard monkeys that sit in front of Jabba, that sit up on your shoulder.
And it was so cute, like, seeing them just go...
Yeah, they just like look
laughing.
around.
That was my impression.
If you're into Star Wars and you're into puppets, that would be something to get. The other is the creature shop. The creature shop, when I went in there, was packed. Okay, like everybody was just buying creatures or even just looking at them. I bought a porg for my friend because she gave me money to get that. She wanted one, and the porg puppet actually like squawks.
Yeah.
And he flaps his wings. And then you have the basically the costume shop, or like the Jedi robe shop, and that had nobody in it.
Because it's expensive.
Yeah, because it's expensive.
$150 for your robe.
So I was interested in the Rey vest because I like vests, and that was running $60. So I was all, ooh, maybe next time. And then I went over, and then there's just there's little things here and there. You can get little souvenirs like pins and stuff. So I picked up the Batu patch, this one right here, and then this one as well.
Are these one of those patches where you can like iron it onto your jean jacket?
So these aren't ironed on. These actually, it says you put water, dry smooth surface, and then it just goes there. You just remove the paper in the back and then you just stick it on. Or it says if you want a permanent application, sew the patch on. Okay.
Well, okay.
But I like patches because I'm trying to get a travel bag for when we go traveling. And then I got the Droid Depot patch because we went to the Droid Depot and I built one. So these are moderately priced, guys. There's some things that I would say that are on Batu that are like, you're like, whoa, like breaking the bank.
Like
and
the
then
$25,000 custom made R2.
Yeah, like if you want a custom R2s, $25,000. If you want, like the robes and stuff, they're like run to 100 if not
If
up.
you want to build your own lightsaber, it's $200.
If you want to build your own lightsaber, it's $200. If you want to build your own droid, it's $100 plus tax. And there's some things that are just like, whoa. And then there's other things you're like thinking it's going to be expensive and it's not. Like, I picked up the Millennium Falcon dice.
Okay, kind of.
So these are the famous Millennium Falcon dice, and they only cost like $12.99. So I was like kind of shocked there. And then of course we have our little dolls that we showed earlier, and those were running like $17 to $20. So moderately priced for a theme park, but I think the scale is kind of like you either gonna pay this or you're gonna pay down, you're gonna be shocked. But
and I think also like some things you're paying for the experience as well. Very much with the Droid Depot, and I'm very much sure of the build your own like lightsaber from the scrapyard. You're paying for the experience as well as the product. So I think it's fair.
$200 according to people who have custom lightsabers, other custom lightsabers, is a totally fair price.
Yeah.
For it, and including the whole experience.
And they look like high quality too. Some people had them out. I was like, ooh, that's nice.
Honestly, when we go back, I know you guys are going back Sunday. Unfortunately, we can't go with you, so you guys have a good time. I'm so sad. I'm all like, can I go?
I know.
Do you want to go? I really want to go.
I was actually just really sad when we were leaving and it was nighttime.
Yeah.
I was like,
I can't wait. I almost might. Oh man. Probably won't make it back to Batu till September.
that's okay though. You know what? We have a big schedule coming up our way.
We do.
We will not have time probably come September.
Alright, so to end this vlog, we decided we're going to do a little Star Wars giveaway for you guys.
Yeah.
So we got 2 things to give away. First thing is going to be a limited release Star Wars light side leather hat. So Disney did a limited release of these hats, you guys. They're made of leather. This is the light side hat, so it does have the resistance emblem on the bottom of the lid right there. Alright, it is made of leather and it is all black. That is for you. It retailed at $128 when they were handed out. And then we're also going to be giving away a opening pin for the Black Spire outpost with the Millennium Falcon taking off and kind of the scenic of the city.
Fancy. How do you get these fantastic items, Bree?
Alright, so if you want these items, please leave a message in the comments down below and tell us whether you are for the Order, for the Resistance, or a scoundrel.
Which one are you? The feeling there's a lot of scoundrels out there just getting your own backs covered. So go ahead and put it down, 1 comment per.
Yes, 1 comment
You know what I'm saying?
for the entry, for the Order, for the Resistance, or a scoundrel.
I can't speak right now.
We will give you 1 week from today, and we will go live at the same time, usually around 7 o'clock, to say who won these items, and then we will go ahead and get in contact with you by email.
And we will ship them out to you.
Yes.
That's right, to you. And if you're local, we may even just drive it out to you.
Do a meet and greet.
Quick
We'll
little, yeah.
And local to Southern California.
Local to
Yes,
Southern
local SoCal.
California.
Within reason.
So I think, fantastic time. We love our droids. We love our Coca-Cola and Sprite
Yeah,
Thermal detonator.
thermal
thermal detonator
detonators.
things. If you guys want to go to Black Spire Outpost on the planet of Batu, unfortunately there's no more reservations within the reservation time, but if you want to fork out the money, there are still hotel rooms. As long as you're staying at a Disneyland Resort hotel, you can get a reservation and go there, or just wait till the 24th with everybody else.
So,
Totally up to you.
with that being said, go ahead and like this video, comment down below which side you are with,
Right.
and always be ready.
You never know where your compass is going to take you.
Do 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 do